So how is it so that everybody else is making it, but you're not, essentially, right? And just gonna start it off. It's not true, right? Everybody else is not making it, and honestly, the reason is that you're seeing everybody else make 10K plus per month, make 15K, 20K. The reason I say 10K is because that is kind of the first stepping stone that you have to kind of get to in online business to actually be deemed as okay, you're doing somewhat okay in online business. Is just that first step. Is that you're watching people take action instead of asking yourself how much action am I taking myself? Okay? When you're spending time on social media, Instagram, YouTube, whatever it may be, and even if you do it short times day by day, even if you spend only an hour there or 30 minutes, that is still 30 minutes where you're scrolling through seeing 18-year-olds buy SVJs, you're seeing 21-year-olds crushing 100K months, and you're all of a sudden subconsciously in your mind makes you think, what am I doing wrong? When essentially you're not doing anything wrong, your inputs are just wrong, right? And in a sense, obviously you are doing something wrong, but you can correct it by just doing more of what you know that you need to do, right? Let me give you an example. So, when I first started out, right, in the beginning, when I just did a lot of outreach, I started off doing like 50, 60, 70 cold calls a day, 50, 60, and I thought that was enough. It was good, right? And I started watching, obviously at that point I was watching a lot of social media. So in my mind, the main thing that was kind of popping up all the time is why am I not getting to a point where I'm signing 1 to 2 clients a week, where I'm signing 2 to 3 clients every single week? Why is that not happening to me? And the honest truth is because every single guru, every single expert on social media when it comes to SMMA, when it comes to this industry, or like people like to say, AI agency, is that they sell the dream of that you can get there easily and you don't have to do a lot of input, you don't have to do a lot of work, right? And your mindset can, you just have to focus on your mindset essentially, which is in fact somewhat true. But I stopped watching all that content, even on YouTube, even long form, like content like even I'm posting right now. I started stopping watching like stuff like this. And I just dedicated myself to just focus on doing what I need to do and do the most of it, right? And I didn't look back. So if it was freaking doing 400, 500 cold calls a day, I was there, I was doing them. And I was doing 400, 500 cold calls a day every single day, 6 days a week, other than Sundays, because I realized after some time that Sundays is not the best time to call, so I just kind of stopped. But I was still doing it, right, for a very long time, and I was consistent with it, right? So rather than watching other people get to a point that you know that you can get to, and other people doing the work that is necessary, do it yourself, right? Act more, see, and do less of the things that you know that you don't need to do, like watching videos. Like, don't have this victim mindset where you essentially think that things aren't working just because somebody else told you to do X, and you did X, but it didn't work out. Like if somebody tells you do 50 cold calls a day and it doesn't work out, well, don't have that victim mindset. Just know that you're not doing enough, right? Don't be a sheep with advice. Like stop looking more and more for solutions for like something that you won't find, right? There's literally like, I can't emphasize it enough, but I wish I watched a video like this when I started out, or when I essentially was in that journey between 0 to 5K a month, which was a long time ago now. But when I was in that area of getting that much money, it was inconsistent. I didn't realize this, right? Just focus on what you got to do daily. Do it the most. And there's this quote from Hormozy, Alex Hormozy, when he says something in the lines of, "When in doubt, do more. If you're feeling anxious, do more." Right? If you're at the end of the day, you're like, "Oh shit, I'm not signing clients. I'm not I'm not making a lot of money. I'm not doing this. I'm not doing that." Do more. If you're doing 200 calls, do 400. Right? The only way that you're not going to feel anxious, and the only way that you're not going to feel doubt, I mean, doubt is inevitable. You're going to feel it all the time, right? I'm kind of take that back. But the only time you're not going to feel anxious about something is when you truly do your best, right? And I'll give you guys an example on this, because think of it like this. If you, with online business, whatever it is, if you're doing e-com agency, I don't give a shit. Whatever it is that you're doing, if you truly, truly, truly dedicate your time and you do your best and it just doesn't go the way that you want to, will you regret that? Or will you say, you know what, I actually did my best, but it didn't work out? Because, I mean, it's kind of a caveat to that, because if you actually do your best, it usually does work out, like almost every time. But at that point, you wouldn't think, oh shit, like, I mean, it's, what can you do, type of thing. The only time you would actually regret it is by not doing it in the moment. The only time people regret is when they say, "Oh, I'm 35 now. I wish I did this in my 20s. I'm 40. I wish I did this in my when I was 21, when I was 22. I wish I tried more. I wish I did this and this that." That's the only time people start regretting. So if you do the most, and that same applies for a day-by-day operation and a week-by-week operation, the same that it does for a 10-year operation. If you do the most every single day of that you can do, if you know that you have 8 hours available and you're spending 7 of them doing acquisition, you're doing outreach, you're doing what you can do, you're figuring out ways to do more and pushing more out there, you will not go to bed feeling anxious. You will not go to bed feeling bad about yourself. You will understand that I'm doing my best and I will actually do this and keep doing it, and just you will see results. It's just so inevitable that you fail. At the end of the day, everything is math, right? Every single thing is math, from when it comes to paid ads, when it comes to SMS, whatever it is math, right? And you can always reverse math. If your closing rate is X, how many show-ups do I need to close this month? Double that, all right? How many show-ups do I need? Okay, so double the amount of show-ups. How many calls do I need to do? Okay, so you need to do 300 calls, we'll do 600. Make it inevitable that you're going to hit those numbers, right? So stop consuming, and even at the end of the day, just like watching one video of a guy just in Dubai and scaling to 2020, just don't watch that shit and stop comparing yourself to everybody else, because while those people are actually doing the inputs that is needed, you're not. And that is what is separating you. You're comparing yourself with someone that is doing something that you're not, and it's not going to get you anywhere. Okay? So trust me, spend the next 30 days just away from especially short form content. Like, it is the absolute worst that you can do. Step away from it. Don't watch these motivational like YouTube videos where it comes to like, oh, like this is exactly how I'm going to scale my agency to 20K a month, and this is exactly how you do this, and just don't watch it. It's a lot of shiny object syndrome. It's just not going to help you out. Just like when you're going to have a break, just have a break, right? Spend time with your family. Spend time with, call a friend. If you want to chill with someone, chill with someone. Watch a movie, like watch some type of television, like step away from the work. But when you're going to do the work, do the actual work, do the input, do the actions, rather than watching somebody else doing it, right? Just do more than what you're doing today. If you are watching this video and you know that you're doing 200 cold calls and you can do more, do more. If you're watching this and you're doing 200 SMS, 300, 400, 500 SMS, and you know you can do more, do more. Right? At the end of the day, that is the thing that you're not gonna regret. You're gonna regret it the least is how much you put in. What you're gonna regret is that you could have done more, but you didn't. So it's not true that everybody else is making it except you, right? That's not true. It's only because you haven't adapted the correct mindset towards it. You're not doing enough. Simple as is. Do enough for 30 whole days and look back if you still look at yourself the same and if you still compare yourself with people that you used to compare yourself with 30 days before. All I'm saying is 30 days. Try it out. If it doesn't work, come back to me. I literally do whatever you say, but like just do it, okay? And it will work out. Trust me. All right? That's my promise to you guys. Remember, you owe it to yourself to be great. Keep working, keep hustling, and I'll see you guys at the top. I'm not there yet, by the way, but I will be there soon, inshallah, and then I'll see you guys there. Peace out.